Got my stuff printed. Heading back to hall now. Feels very nice outside right now, and it's a little weird. Like going to the library makes me actually feel like a college student, which sounds really weird because I've been a college student for the past 5 years. But yeah, it really makes me feel like a student. I'm not really sure what part of it really hits. But just maybe it's the library environment, and I don't think I'll be the type to go to the library to study just because I love my dorm way too much. It's like comfortable and everything's like just in reach. I have my desktop, I have my monitor and everything. But the environment in the library really just hits differently. And I think I'm only now coming to appreciate this because I really rarely go to the library to study. I think back in Freakland, I would also go, if I had a lot of time in between classes, I would go to the Changshi Library, and I got that kind of vibe too. Okay, I'm back in my dorm now. So just got back from the library. I printed my individual report for my FFU project, and yeah, the library is really nice. I really like the vibe, and it's a place where I can see myself actually concentrating. But I think I still will stick with studying in my dorm just because I have my monitor here. Everything is just like within easy access, within reach. Yeah, and I can like blast music. If my roommate isn't here, I could blast music while working. And I realized like tonight, I was really procrastinating on finishing up this individual report. So basically, we have a family follow up project, and every year we interview a family, like the family that we picked, and we follow the development and the growth of the child. So after the interview, we usually have to write up a individual report, and that's what I was doing tonight. And I was just procrastinating on it for some reason. I thought it would be like really hard. I thought it would be a lot of work, even though like there was a rational part of my mind that was just like, it's just something I need to get done. But it was something I was really dreading, and it got to the point where I really wanted to like binge eat or like just eat something and snack, even though I had finished eating dinner and I was not hungry. So eventually, what I did is I just like made myself some more tea. I finished all my tea actually. But yeah, I made myself some more tea and then I put on some music while getting myself into the mood of working, and music really helps for me. So just once I started getting into it, it's like really the 2 minute rule. Like if there's a task that you're dreading, tell yourself that you can just work on it for 2 minutes. And after that, after those 2 minutes, you won't want to stop. Because the hardest part is just getting started with the task, like getting the action potential to get into the state of mind to start working. And once you're in that state, it's not hard to keep going. So I'm glad I did that. This took like around an hour and a half, 2 hours to write. But now I'm done, and it's 9. It's almost 10 actually. Ugh. There's still some Anki cards I want to do, but I don't know. Maybe I'll cut myself some slack again. So today's Tuesday. I actually didn't have class in the morning. I had a tutorial in the afternoon though. So this morning during my free time, I spent it replanning my psychiatry rotation study schedule. I found that my original study plan was not working for me. Originally, I had planned on watching like 2 lectures a day and doing Anki cards from a senior deck, but that wasn't really working out for me, so I scrapped that plan. I'm glad that I took the time to just reassess my plan and change my course a bit to just readjust and see what wasn't working, and if it wasn't working, change it instead of just keep on trying to do the same thing that wasn't working for me. So watching 2 lectures a day just wasn't happening given my schedule, and I would just didn't really want to do it. So I think I'm gonna postpone that for a couple weeks, and these 2 weeks I'm gonna try something different, and I'll test it out, and if it works, I'll tell you guys how it goes. So yeah, I will try a slightly new study schedule, and hopefully that works out for me. I'm still like fine-tuning things, and I think it's really important to reflect on how your plan actually ends up playing out. Like you plan, but do you also execute? So if you're having difficulty with executing your plan, maybe it's a sign that you need to change something about your plan. But yeah, that's enough about today. Tomorrow morning I have grind rounds at 9, so I'll probably have to wake up around 7:15, 7:30 will be really cutting it. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna maybe do a bit of studying. I think I'm gonna read actually. I think I'll do a bit more reading, just to chill, and then I'll sleep early and wake up early tomorrow. So ignoring the mess that is my table right now, I think this week I'll show you guys how much I actually study, like in terms of Anki at least. So I have 45 minutes done of Anki 100 charts. That's wrapping up for tonight. I didn't do any more studying. Let's see if I manage to get a bit more done tomorrow. Good night. It's Wednesday night now, and I didn't really have much time to vlog today. Today was a bit hectic. So in the morning, I had grand rounds. It was child psychiatry. So grand rounds went from 9 to around 12:30, and I had to come back to PWH. And then I like speed ran my lunch. Thank God I had like pre-washed vegetables, so I cooked that and then ate a pack of natto, ate some just like random pasta, and then I had another tutorial at 2. Okay, so after that we went to like the study rooms in our hostels and then we practiced OSCE. So if I count the practice session for OSCE as studying, we practiced for around 2 hours, although like we sometimes get like off track and stuff. So like legit studying was probably like an hour or like an hour and a half. Okay, so an hour and a half for practicing OSCE. And then in terms of my Anki, which I have right here, according to Anki, I did 55 minutes of studying today, and I realized that I actually get a lot more studying for Anki in terms of Anki at least, when I have a lot of different places to go. So like if I'm commuting, I would do my cards. It's like easier for me to concentrate and do my Anki cards when I am commuting in comparison to when I'm in my dorm setting. So I actually don't mind having to go places. It's better for our productivity and I manage to concentrate, which is great. And when I don't feel like studying, then I'll read on my Kindle, which is what I did on my ride back to PWH. I just like read on my Kindle. And lately, I've been reading the very first book that Abby Jimenez wrote. So I've read all 3 of her books in the Part of Your World series. So the first one is Part of Your World, and then Yours Truly, and then Just for the Summer. So I read all 3 of those, and I really enjoyed it. So I figured I would try out her first series. And the very first book is, I think it's called The Friend Zone, and I think I like her later books more. And my phone storage decided to die on me. But yeah, I don't really like The Friend Zone as much as Abby Jimenez's other books because there's such a strong emphasis on the sexual tension and sexual attraction between the 2 main characters. But I'm still gonna give it a try and keep going, and let's see how it turns out. Happy Thursday! I actually decided to walk back to my dorm from Shatin Hospital, and even though it is a bit of a distance, the weather is really nice tonight, so I don't mind the walk, and I'll also grab groceries from Park and Shop on my way back. I just find grocery shopping a really nice way for me to kind of de-stress and relax after a long day of classes. Alright, it's 11:10. I need to go sleep soon, but didn't do much studying today. 36 minutes of Anki cards and that was it. But oh well, too bad. I'm gonna sleep. Good night. And that actually marks the end of how much I studied that week. I realized that I only studied like actually on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, I had a workshop at CU in the afternoon, and then during the morning, I also just didn't bother doing my Anki cards because it's Friday. And then on the weekends, I also got like swamped with chores, so I also didn't do any studying. So yeah, that's that. If I add everything up, I studied around 3 hours and 45 minutes for an entire week, which is disappointing considering the fact that I actually made myself a new plan for Saikai. But let's see if next week gets any better. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Stay tuned for my vlog for next week to see if I make any progress or improvements. Bye bye!